Welcome back to the battlefield. Today's episode of the Scotland campaign will begin with the Siege of Visantio. We've got the Woad Warriors and the Hordes of Camulos taking on a garrison and Defenders of the Hills. So it should be quite the fight. They have a lot of solid spear infantry and a ton of javelins and missile units. We only have 2 ladders. We have a fair amount of cavalry, and we don't have any archers. The lack of archers is a problem because it means we can't just run up and burn down their arrow towers right off the bat. So their arrow towers are going to do a lot of damage over the course of this siege, and I'm going to try and neutralize them as quickly as possible. I'm expecting massive casualties in this battle. It's going to be a huge grind fest. But hopefully our medium axemen and our freshly recruited Gallic swordsmen can help chop through the enemy and get us the victory. What I would like to do is siege this out for a while longer, get some more towers going so we can just start pouring troops over the walls, because we do outnumber the enemy. The problem is, if we sit around and wait for an extended siege, the Arverni are beginning to work around our southwestern flank in northern France, and we need our armies to pull back and fight them. So that's why I'm kind of rushing into this, and it looks like we are going to be stuck with snow on all four of the different weather condition opportunities we had a chance to get to. Alright, well, where would be a good place to attack? Alright, so we're still waiting for our troops to get in position. I decided to cut all of the setup out because it ended up taking several minutes. But our troops are starting to line up, and I'll give you a quick rundown of the game plan. So basically we're sending in the medium spears and the mercenary swordsmen to the main fight because I'm okay sacrificing these troops to all of the javelins. Over here we've sent the Gallic swordsmen. The goal is to have them secure this arrow tower and stop it from firing. We'll just wait for a moment longer to make sure everyone has had a chance to rest after running from the edge of the map. And now it's time to move forward. So right off the bat, this tower is going to go straight to their arrow tower. This ladder, I can't decide if I want to send it here or if I want to send it over here. I know if I send it over here, we're going to get stuck in a massive choke point battle, which could be a bit of a problem. But we're going to go ahead and send it there. Slingers, I want you to move up to the front. We're just going to hope for a little bit of an opportunity to use some of our ammo. I'm not really expecting much, but any kills we can get, we should try to get. Alright, now we've got our actual axemen here kind of in the center so that they can be deployed to either side as needed. We're letting the levy spearmen take this first ladder forward. Hopefully they don't take so much damage in such a short time that they rout. Oh, and we do have a hidden unit of archers there as well.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
I've kept the medium spears on this ladder because I'm expecting them to take just an absolute hail of javelins, and their slightly higher armor and better shields should hopefully keep them alive long enough to get the ladder to the wall.
Melee warriors! Others logo! Swordman! Britons! For the mother! We will pierce their heart! Oath-sworn warriors!
Alright, we'll go ahead and start the Gallic swordsmen marching forward. The levies are taking huge amounts of damage, but they're surviving for now. And once we get up here, we do need to burn down the gate as quickly as we can, although that might be a really bad idea because we'll be charging uphill into their general's phalanx. Slingers, what kind of range do you have? Not particularly good. Let's go ahead and bring you a little bit further forward, though. Hopefully neither of our ladders get burned down. It looks like they should be alright.
Ancestors, honor us!
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
I might even need to send a general or two forward just to make sure the troops don't lose all of their morale right off the bat. We'll slowly start creeping the rest of the troops forward.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Alright, and we have made contact, and we'll be going up the ladders. Look at these brave men going into certain doom. There is no chance this unit will survive, but they're doing an extremely important job in securing a little bit of a foothold here. If we can get enough of a foothold, then we can start rotating in more troops behind them, and the more troops we can get up the ladders before they're fighting, the better. Alright, my slingers really don't have very good range, which is kind of a huge disappointment. We'll move them forward anyway, see if they can maybe soak up some javelin damage or something. I don't really know. I'm not too worried about them. These guys are getting absolutely rinsed. Alright, time for the next line of troops to move forward. They will have a little bit of time to burn down the gate. Alright, now let's see. My slingers can't even reach that far. Let's see if we can hit some of these swordsmen. Slingers, go ahead and move forward. We need our boys to be close to the walls. Okay, and let's bring the general forward to just try and keep this first wave from routing. Can our slingers get an angle on that unit? I'm not even convinced that they can get an angle on it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, we're having a little bit of control issues here. Nothing too severe yet. The secondary troops are getting ready to go up the ladders. Let's have the slingers reform here, and then start moving in the rest of the reinforcements. We don't want to get close enough that we can take fire yet. But we don't want to be so far away that we can't quickly reinforce. Alright, so we've got one unit up the ladders. Let's start sending in the swordsmen behind them. What are the slingers up to? Can you guys attack them? Let's see if this is effective. It's kind of hard to tell, but We are shooting into their right and unshielded flank, so hopefully that will be good. Start sending the next unit up the ladders. Amazingly, these levies haven't routed yet. I don't expect them to last much longer, but every moment that they stay in the fight buys us time to position more troops. On the right flank, since it looks like things are sort of under control at the ladder, we're starting to move some of our axemen forward. The main thing here is I just don't want my guys taking a ton of missile fire. Alright, how are we going against these guys? We're actually doing tons of damage against these Gallic swordsmen. So that is really, really good for us. I wasn't expecting to have such a good effect on the enemy. Right, we have managed to neutralize the gatehouse, so as soon as this finishes burning down, we will be sending our swordsmen through the gate. Alright, we'll go ahead and just keep taking as much damage as we can get with the slingers, because I don't know how much longer we will be able to use them. Everywhere else, things appear to be going well enough. Let's start getting the next sword unit ready to go up the ladder over here. Bring the general right up to the wall. No surprise that these spearmen are routing. I expect them to die any moment, but if we can get the general up here and keep them in the fight just a little bit longer, that would be good.
Our general is under attack.
Alright, slingers have routed one unit, so let's just have them start hitting whatever else they can. Let's go ahead and let the general rally the men, try and keep these spears in the fight for a little bit longer. Alright, and we are almost at a point that we can send another unit up the ladders on this side as well. As long as the general's not taking missile fire, we can leave him here. We are taking quite a bit of damage from their missiles, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and get up in the gatehouse while we have it neutralized. And I think we can start sending the next units up the walls. It's time to start moving axemen over here. We'll move another two in position out on the right side, and we'll bring these three over to the main fight. Trying to keep my guys just out of range of this other arrow tower. Again, we'll just try and keep our guys in the fight as long as possible. And it looks like, instead of going up the ladder like I wanted my guys to, they decided to go through the gate, which is a little bit annoying. Maybe we can get this third unit to go up the ladders. We'll see.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Slingers are still doing what they can. Right now, it's not a whole lot. Looks like I might have had an attack order on the wrong unit. Alright, so this spear unit has routed and they will get cut down almost instantly. See if we can give an attack order here. Get this unit up the ladders. Oh no. Our boys aren't going up the ladders like we need them to. Looks like I gave the order just a little bit too early. I need to wait until the units are all the way off the ladders before I tell the next line to attack. Okay, we want to keep the swordmasters back. Start to move these noble swords forward. Oh, I meant to send the dogs up. Alright, well, let's bring the dogs forward and at least get them close enough that they can try to help. And we need more infantry ready to go up this ladder because our guys are starting to rout too quickly. They're under insane amounts of missile fire. That's part of why they're dying so fast. Slingers, go ahead and just keep doing what you can. Don't expect to get much more use out of them. There goes that first unit of spears that hit the walls. I'm probably going to need some more reinforcements over on this right flank soon, so I'm going to start moving some of these phalanx spears that direction. And just get them ready. Oh geez, these guys are already routing, that's bad. I'm not going to use a rally just for one unit though.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Maybe I should. Holy cow. Alright, so this ladder is kind of doomed because they've got 4 phalanx units on it. The missile fire is just killer. Somehow these levy spearmen are still in the fight. I don't know how, but they are, which is amazing. Well, I say that and then they immediately rout. That's a little bit too bad. Alright, well, we're coming back down off the ladders. Once we do, we'll give another attack order. Meanwhile, let's maybe pull one of these swords back out of the gate and just get ready to go through with one of our units of dogs. Slingers have done a decent amount of damage, not a ton, but a little bit. Alright, time to send these axemen up the walls, up the ladders rather. Pull our boys back and let them chill out for a little bit. Time to send another axe unit up the ladders on this side. Alright, so we have a lot of their missile units out of ammo and into melee now, it looks like. Or maybe not out of ammo, but at least they're in melee. As long as they're in melee, it means they're not using their ammunition, which is the real killer here. Alright, now let's get some dogs in the mix. Send this unit's dogs forward and then pull the handlers back. We can send in the next unit of dogs shortly. These guys are winded, so we don't want to send them in just yet. It's going to take a long time for the dogs to get up there just because of how slow everyone moves on these snow maps. Try and make all of our guys on this side focus on the same units so that we can hopefully kill it a little bit faster. I don't know if that actually makes much of a difference, but we're going to give it a try. Inspire the troops a little bit here. I really should have told my guys not to fire at will while they were down on the ground, because now I've just wasted all of their javelins. Of course, I wouldn't expect them to have much opportunity to use their javelins anyway. Holy cow. I might have to stop using this ladder because their phalanx infantry is just absolutely massacring my guys, and I'm not even really getting any kills there. Yikes. Okay, let's give these guys a rally. That unit of axes is definitely going to die. Alright, so we're not going up this ladder anymore. Not until their phalanxes start to break up a little bit. Holy cow. We need to establish a bit of a beachhead. Yeah, okay, so that ladder is no good anymore. I cannot believe how fast they cut down my axemen. Oh, and the dogs are glitching out. Oh, that's so annoying. Well, these guys are doing well at the gate, so we'll go ahead and leave them in. I mean, I cannot believe how fast that unit of axes died. That was insane. Almost ready to send up another unit up this ladder. I should probably actually bring these shield wall spearmen up, because if they can get up here and get into a phalanx, we can hopefully start pushing the enemy back. Oh, and I should have brought this general around over here to do some war cries. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now. That's where we're having the most progress, so we're going to try and focus over here as much as we can. Okay, their phalanx units have kind of moved away from the ladder, so now might be the time to send these guys up. And then we'll get a unit of axes ready in the main gate. Give a charge order with these other dogs, because the first dogs just stopped. They just glitched out. That's really annoying. Okay, you. Be prepared to do some war cries. In the meantime, let's get these spearmen up the ladder. Alright, we might have a little bit of a beachhead here. I'm sure they will be filling this gap very, very soon. It might be time to send the sword masters in. If we can secure a bit of a beachhead here, then we'll send the sword masters in. I think they can probably do alright against the phalanx troops. Okay, we're starting to see some progress here. We'll see if we can pull one of our units out to the side and start spreading things out a little bit. I'm amazed at how well these mercenaries have been doing.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Not sure who just used all of their ammunition, but it is what it is. Try and get the shield wall spearmen to form up, and then over here we need to start sending more reinforcements forward because our troops are starting to thin out a little bit. It's been a massive grind fest so far, but that's kind of expected. These guys are almost up the ladder, and then we'll send the next line forward. Still doing alright here with the painted ones. They're actually fighting behind the dogs, so they're not really accomplishing a lot. Let's go ahead and pull them out and give them a little bit of a break. Let's let the dogs do some damage for a while. Okay, we're just about all the way up the ladder on this side. Let's see if a war cry can get some of these other units to start routing. Okay, we're up the ladder, set up the shield wall, and then get the attack order. Start sending the next unit up. Okay, this is good. This is exactly what we want. We're starting to make a little bit of progress. Okay, next axe unit, get up the wall. Or get up the ladder, rather. We'll just let the dogs keep doing their thing at the gatehouse for now, as long as they're not recapturing it. Oh no. Looks like my boys don't want to use the ladders anymore. Okay, we might have an opportunity, well, not we might, we have an opportunity here to get onto the flank of the enemy. It's probably about time we pull some of these exhausted troops back and let them rest a little bit. Let's try and get the chosen spears going. And let's bring some of our noble troops forward so we can hopefully start to break through this area. Alright, the dogs are starting to thin out, but they do have their phalanx in the front, so I'd rather not charge that if I don't have to. Let's give another attack order and see if my guys will go up the ladder this time. It looks like they have. So as soon as they're on the ladder, we will give them a new attack order. Alright, so we have a little bit of a shield wall going up over here. This is what we want to see. Now it's going to be messy since I can't even tell what units are where over here. But we are starting to make some progress, and that's what we need to see right now. We'll go ahead and use a war cry, even though I don't expect it to really accomplish anything. And the dogs are making some good progress here, so we'll just let them keep doing their thing. Alright, we still have a lot of healthy infantry, which is what we want to see. And most of their troops should be pretty much exhausted by now. Alright, let's let these guys pull back, and we'll see if we can get an actual line established. And it's also time to send another unit of axes up here. Oh no. One of our shield wall units has managed to glitch and not make it all the way up the ladder. Alright, well, that's a bit of a problem, but whatever. Just trying to let our guys catch a little bit of a break over here. And interestingly, this unit has just decided to start wavering out of nowhere. I don't really know why. Okay, the dogs are doing the Lord's work, but they are kind of bugged out still, which is too bad. I think it's about time to send some infantry through the main gate. Alright, what else do we have? Not a whole lot. Did I ever send the second? Yes, okay, so both of the Hound Masters have sent their dogs forward. Let's get the mercenaries in position at the main gate, and we will bring our noble swordsmen. We're not going to bring the noble swordsmen up yet. Send these guys up the ladder. They're pretty much spent, but I'd rather they die than any of our actual native troops, of course. Still just trying to let some of our troops rest up a bit. Exhaustion is going to prevent a lot of our guys from fighting effectively.
Noble horse! Advance at speed! They will bleed for us! Warriors, move out!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shame.
Should have been a little bit quicker on a rally over there. But it is what it is. Go ahead and keep throwing war cries out there. Don't expect them to do anything yet, but you know, every little bit counts. I really need to figure out how to unglitch this unit. Maybe just spamming some attack orders out will help. Try and have our guys push forward against the enemy units.
The enemy's hidden units.
Let our general, improved Inspire, help our men fight a bit more effectively at the front line. Our axemen are starting to get involved in the center. We're still taking a huge amount of missile fire. Alright, well, soon we might have to send the next line of Oathsworn in. Jeez. Yeah, so this ladder is still a really bad idea just because their phalanx units are absolutely mashing their way through our guys. Alright, let's send in some reinforcements. The axemen are doing what they need to do. Our generals are still not taking any missile fire, which is good. Let's try and get another unit of axes up the ladder on the right flank. Looks like we tried a little bit too early. This last guy is still going up. What about if we give the order now? What's happening? Alright, a couple of the guys are going up the ladder. We'll have to call that good enough for now. There's still absolutely no guarantee we're going to win this. They have a massive positional advantage over us. And our guys on the ladders just can't break through. Start rotating over to the other side again. Keep trying to give out orders with our phalanx units. Alright, what else have we got? We need more bodies on the right flank, I think. We're starting to run out of troops here. The majority of our guys are already engaged. Try and inspire here, hopefully keep these guys in the fight just a little bit longer. Nah, it didn't work. Alright, well, we're not sending our noble swords up the ladders. Okay, these guys are taking a huge amount of damage from missile fire, so let's try and pull them out of the line of fire here. The axes in the center are already exhausted, or I guess they're just winded. Let's try and get some reinforcements in there.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Even our phalanx troops are wavering. Let's try and pull them back from the front line a little bit while we have the inspire or the rally going. That was a completely useless war cry just now. Alright, so the fight at the main gate is not going well. Not going well at all. Try and keep the general out of line of fire over here. Over on this flank, we have one phalanx unit that seems to be doing okay. The other one is finally all the way up the wall, which is good. Alright, let's bring the ambushers over here. They might have an opportunity to get behind some of these phalanxes. It's a huge grind out, and the enemy has phalanx troops, so I am impressed that we're even still in this fight, to be perfectly honest. Go ahead and have the general inspire the men again. Try and keep morale high wherever possible. You know what I could do is get up on the wall here and then give some attack orders. Yeah, let's give that a try. We need to try and break this. If we can take a position on the wall here, we might be able to make something happen. Our guys on the front lines are still healthy. It's time to pull our shield wall back. Let's give an attack order over here and see if our guys stay on the wall. If they do, then we can get around behind their general a little bit. Okay, let's give a charge order. Let the boys pull down off the wall a little bit and then try and turn them around to attack the general. We might be able to get in behind him a little bit over here. I'm not making effective use of the war cry at all, but it is what it is. Right, the axemen in the center are starting to struggle. It's time for another unit to get in there. Somehow these axe warriors are losing decisively to a phalanx that is not facing them. It's a bit of a disappointment. Alright, we've made it up the ladder on this side. Here we go, there's a war cry I can do. Okay, their general dying could maybe get us a bit of a breakthrough here. Still need to pull our phalanx troops back out of the main fight. Alright, their morale should be wavering pretty heavily across the board, and we still have fairly fresh troops going into combat. Okay, you guys get up the ladder now. Please go up the ladder, not the gate. Looks like they want to go... Ooh-wee. It's a bit laggy. Looks like they want to go up the gate, so we'll try and give that attack order again in just a moment. Let's bring the swordmasters forward. Okay, what if we give just a move order? It looks like they still want to go through the gate. Alright, well, we've made some good progress here. We're finally breaking through on the flank. They do still have some healthy units back here, though. Definitely don't want to use the improved second wind. Our guys will just be permanently exhausted after that. try and make sure everyone's attacking their phalanx units wherever possible. I really need my guys to go up the ladder. It looks like they finally might be going up the ladder this time.
Noble horse! Are you men or Romans?
Let's inspire the troops again. Okay, we're starting to make some good progress here on the right flank, chopping through their men quite rapidly now.
Blood and battle! Ready to ride!
Can we get a war cry from that far away? Not quite.
Quickly now!
Alright, so they're just about out of troops now. They are still holding on pretty ferociously. But we should have this broken very, very soon.
Sons of Britain!
Trying to let the phalanx troops relax a little bit. And the ambushers are going to be ready to go in real soon here. Matter of fact, let's just give an attack order now. It's okay that they're not formed up. It's not going to be great for their morale, but we just need to get them in there. Alright, there we go, and there's the army losses. We have managed to grind our way to victory over the course of, what was that, half an hour? Alright, so let's see what the damage is. We lost nearly 3,000 men in that battle. That's a lot of manpower. But as you can see, the Gauls did very, very well for themselves. The mercenary swordsman at the end got tons of kills without taking hardly any damage at all. Several of our axe units did quite well. Even the slingers managed to pull their weight a little bit, which is surprising. Slingers obviously are not particularly good for attacking siege battles. Yeah, and you can see their phalanx troops are what did most of the damage. That one ladder we kept sending troops up was just a slaughterhouse. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the second army. What did they do? Yes, we lost all of our auxiliaries, 2 of our axemen. Everyone else did just fine. Shield walls really didn't accomplish much, but they held their, well, this one did, but they held their ground pretty well and let us get a lot of troops up the walls. These axemen just did absolutely nothing. Dogs got quite a few kills, but they definitely could have done more if the game hadn't been a little bit glitchy. But we have managed to take the city. We are now positioned, ready to go take the fight to the enemy. So we lost all of our mercenaries out of this army. The Woad warriors are still quite healthy. We could immediately start recruiting some Germanic swordsmen. So let's go ahead and do that to refill our ranks. And then up here, what do we have available? Caledonian clubmen, or a bunch of these medium spearmen. We could start picking up some of these medium spearmen again. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a couple of units of these medium spears. Alright, and public order is going to be a bit of a disaster as well, so let's not tax the province just to try and buy ourselves a little bit of extra time before a rebellion happens. And how much would it cost to repair all of these buildings? It would cost more than we even have. Let's see, let's go ahead and move this army down to the south a little bit and have them patrol. I don't think the Arverni have anything available to launch an attack right now, so I'm not too worried about that.
Hail to the mother. How can I help? On the move.
Yeah, they have
There's nothing else.
just the beginnings of a new army over here. And I guess some extra reinforcements. But, alright, that is a long episode. Really all we accomplished was taking one city. But it is progress. We've defeated yet another portion of the Arverni forces. And we are taking ground at a reasonable pace now. So I think I'll go ahead and end the episode here. As always, I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to continue following the Kingdom of Scotland on its quest for protecting freedom by conquering everyone else. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time.